Cockroach Janata Party saying that they want to be the political pressure group can be an event for the nation, can be a major thing in this nation if this political pressure group really turns out to be something that this nation needs. Why do I say that this nation needs a political pressure group? Let's not, I mean, it's a new name. It may not make much sense all the time. In Anna Hazare's movement, Anna Hazare used to say, we were close to him, and he used to say that I want to create a platform that has an eye on the governance. Sarkar pe janta ka ankush is what he used to say. That everything of the government is in the check, and that was the whole movement about as far as he was concerned. Arvind Kejriwal had political party simmering under his complete veneer all the time. And on the first opportunity, he went there because the wisdom that was apparent was that you have to get in and do the dirty work. तुम्हें कोयले की खान में घुसना पड़ेगा सफाई करने के लिए. That was the kind of feeling which was there. So what is it? Why has it failed? And what is it that these new leaders of Cockroach Janata Party are understanding better than the Anna Hazare movement leadership? Why? What happened? I think they've seen, since Dipke himself was part of Aam Aadmi Party, has been associated with them, I think he has seen what hasn't worked. And this capacity to be able to think long term and not have instant gain necessarily is awesome. In fact, Gen Z has something about it when it comes to authenticity and really doing meaningful stuff. That's a very wise thing. So if they can become a political pressure group, now we got to define what it is. We got to define why do we need it. Today, ever since the democracy has been talked about, there has been a conversation that democracy is as good as the quality of its voters. Right from Socrates and Plato, everyone who has wondered about democracy has felt that democracy was only as good as its voters. And the quality of its voters, it has got nothing to do with the innate wisdom that the Indian voter has. Every time he found someone was going beyond their limits, they have shown them the door. So that innate wisdom Indian voter has, there's no doubt about it. Only thing is the Indian voter hasn't learned, hasn't found a way to demand the kind of governance that he deserves or she deserves. That is where the Indian voter hasn't come up as yet. And why? Because very systematically, the governments haven't paid attention to this voters' development. Yes, people have come out of the poverty lines. There's no denying about it. In 75 years, a lot has happened in India, but not sufficient. It has never been focused about the individuals, the voters, the individual people of the India. It was by chance that those things trickled down and it happened. So, an individual voter, an individual person is just one in quantity. And the government is humongous. The governance is humongous in front of it. There's a concept of countervailing force in armed forces when they are talking of the attack and defense. There is a concept of countervailing force. This Cockroach Janata Party can become that countervailing force, which will stand on one side will be the government completely with the political masters and the bureaucracy, and on the second side with one person will stand this countervailing force of this political pressure group that CJP wants to be, and that will weigh higher. It already weighed higher on 20th. It already weighed higher when Dharmendra Pradhan resigned. That is the kind of weight it can bring with each individual. Now, for that, this will have to become an, an, a platform where all or every drop of the best of the Indian intentions can come up and unite. Every Indian will not doesn't have time and energy and wisdom and capacity and freedoms to come and do things for others. A lot of them have. A lot of them have been civil servants, have been senior army officers, have been senior air force officers, have been bureaucrats, have been doctors, have been NRIs. They have been everywhere, lawyers, the people who have had great life, great experiences, and who have found wisdoms. There are people who have worked on specific issues all their lives. There are people whose hearts have been crying why the girl child is getting killed, why there are rapes happening all around, why the women are not safe, why there is a corruption happening all around. There are people who are there in all strata of the society and who are getting bothered. There are people who are getting bothered in a colony why their road is made every year, and they just come, dump some rodi bajri there, and then wait uh, just like that for a month and do nothing about it. There are people who are suffering everywhere. There are people who want to do something about it, but those people have no capacity to do it. Individual can't do it. There is no countervailing force is standing up with them. That is where comes a political pressure group like CJP. What the CJP can do is they can create structures, an online uh, sort of place where a person comes and says, see, want to contribute 5 rupees from my hard earned money. Welcome. I want to contribute 3 hours on a weekend of volunteering. Welcome. I have an idea how to create wealth in a way that everyone is participative. It doesn't go to one individual, Adani or Ambani, and it is possible to create wealth at where each one is participating. Welcome. Somebody is talking the cooperative movements. Welcome. Somebody thinks how the corruption can be dented. Welcome. Somebody feels they can lead on ground resistance to wherever the wrong is happening. Welcome. There'll be people with different capacities. There'll be people who will have ideas. There'll be people who have the guts to stand up in front of any powers that be to implement those ideas. There'll be people who will make perfect teammates. There'll be people who will do accounting very well. There'll be people who will go and meet door to door very well. So, various capacities, various age, various experiences are waiting in this nation. All of them don't want to become chief ministers and prime ministers, and all of them are not having political ambitions. Many of them just want change to happen. So, if we can create a structure wherein everyone can come and find a place, a suitable place that that person has, and then there is a complete countervailing force support of CJP, the whole organization, so that one is not alone, one is not scared, one is not deficient of the resources, one has other friends working on the similar work. So there is a complete team which is available. So that is the kind of thing that can be done. Now comes the question of becoming mainstream political party. Political party is not bad at all. What is bad is that today's political parties are no political parties of a democracy. They are fiefdoms. They are if you are very good in terms of the RSS association, you have a chance in BJP. And then, of course, you have to be a favorite of Modi Shah combo. If you are can being a person just ratoing Gandhi, then you have some chance to be in the vicinity of Rahul Gandhi. If you want to show that you can be a little better, you can bring other stuff. Not interested, just rato Gandhi. There is a chance. If you can bring bags of money, then you can find Rajya Sabha seats in a lot of other parties. If you belong to a certain caste, you can have a chance there. If you can shout abuses, you can have chance there, and likewise, they are not democratic parties. The first rule of the democracy has to be the candidate has to be selected by the constituency through primaries. That's where the responsible democracies, that's how they do it. There can be 100 people who want to become an MLA or an MP from a constituency. Welcome, all of you are welcome. Systems can be created which will choose the best out of these, and that is the person who is nominated to be taking part in the election from that constituency. That's the way it's got to be. And that's how this platform can again, the CJP can again, being this political pressure group, can also be a facilitator where the candidates are selected by the constituencies through the primaries. These things can then ensure that best of the people come and become the political representatives. They will push the governance through the bureaucracy, and then there is this permanent system which CJP is wanting to create, which will pull the governance and ensure that the governance reaches to the people, and the best of the people will come and join and be part of it. So it's a welcome move, Abhijit Dipke. I've been seeing your podcasts, and not the podcast, but the interviews with a couple of good media persons, and your authenticity is apparent. I think that's again a trait with the Gen Z, that they say the way it is. This is awesome. That was not the case with earlier generations. They said what looked good on the face. So, so happy to be with that generation. And do it, please. This is required. There are a whole lot of us, whole lot of people waiting to find a place where they can contribute their wisdoms and mights to make this happen. May India win. Jai Hind.